Let's bring in former Washington, D.C. homicide detective Ted Williams. Always great to see you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you also, Julie.
Let's just talk about this guy and his motive, because they say there is no clear motive at this point, but we know his motive was obviously terror-related. He is considered a wanted terrorist now. We don't know if he's going to survive, but we hope he does, because I hope justice is swiftly served.
Yeah, I agree with you, Julie. Let me first say that this is a nation that's reaching out and praying for Sarah and Andrew for their speedy recovery under the circumstances here. This was one that unfortunately touches home for me. I have a granddaughter that's in the National Guard, and I also have a grandson who is the age of Andrew and who's getting married in Houston, Texas this weekend. And I got to tell you, it's very touching about what happened to two individuals who just came to the D.C. area to serve and protect. They were called here by their commander-in-chief, and all they wanted to do was serve and protect. And now when you look at this bottom feeder, and I will not call his name, he's a bottom feeder. When you look at this bottom feeder who is ungrateful, he was brought in from Afghanistan, or where he was under a death penalty there by the Taliban, is my understanding. And he comes to this country, and he has what the best this country can offer. And what does he do? He takes a .357 Smith & Wesson pistol, and yesterday tried to murder two of our finest citizens in this country. It's very troubling. What's
even more troubling is that this man was not only welcomed by the former administration into this country as a fugitive, but according to Dan Hoffman, who we were just speaking with earlier, obviously the vetting process was completely unsuccessful. And not only does the CIA say that they did vet him, he clearly was not followed up upon. Let's listen to Dan Hoffman moments ago.
We need to get to the bottom of what radicalized this individual, get all the facts, and then take appropriate action.
There you have the former CIA station chief talking about the proper vetting process that obviously did not happen. I don't even know if we can believe that he was vetted at all, but that's what they're saying.
You know, it's very troubling. We don't know whether the circumstances of his vetting, but what we do know and what we don't know is that he came to this country, and we don't know if he was radicalized in Afghanistan and came to this country, or he became radicalized once he got here in this country. But we do know that this individual was hell-bent on an act of terrorism. This was an ambush, Julie. This was a targeted killing. He knew what he was doing. And I hope and I'm sure that Jeanine Pirro, who I know personally, as well as Pam Bundy, who I know personally, that these individuals are going to prosecute him under the fullest extent of the law, and he should be.
You're absolutely right. Let's play Pam Bundy real quickly.
We're evaluating everything. Everyone's been up all night since this happened, evaluating everything regarding this monster. The president's right. He is a monster who did this. We will base our charges based on their prognosis. You know, they both came through surgery. I'm not going to talk about their conditions right now. I know their families are with them.
What needs to happen in the future to prevent this sort of thing from ever happening again?
You know, sadly, Julie, this is a situation that you cannot prevent. This was an act of terrorism. What this tells us, though, Julie, is that Americans in this country need to understand that there are people out here in this world that want to kill Americans just because they are Americans. And this individual yesterday, this was an act of terrorism where he came across the country purposely with a gun to shoot two of our finest National Guard persons. Those individuals were just here, Julie. I don't know if America can understand it. We're celebrating Thanksgiving. We're sitting down with our families. There are two families that are grieving and praying, as this nation is praying, for the recovery of these two young people. Sarah and Andrew. And we need to continue to say their names, Sarah and Andrew.
Absolutely. 20 and 24 years old. Thank you so much, Ted Williams, as always.
My pleasure.
Kevin.
All right, we want to.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.